The most important thing to me that's happened in the past 9 months since I've been at Apple has been the chance to develop a friendship with Steve Jobs. The two of us have had tremendous challenges together in leading this company, and I think the rapport that we've developed and the friendship that has resulted to me means an awful lot. Steve is our co-founder of Apple Computer. He's a product visionary for this industry, and it's my pleasure now to reintroduce Steve Jobs.
What can I say? I hired the wrong guy.
That was Scully?
Yeah. And he destroyed everything I'd spent 10 years working for. Starting with me, but that wasn't the saddest part. I would have gladly left Apple if Apple would have turned out like I'd wanted it to.
So that's today. Developer preview number 1. And again, this is the first really wide release moving into the path of Mac OS X. The next one is going to be called Developer Preview 2. And we are going to give it to you this fall. And we then plan on shipping 10.0 early next year. So we are less than a year away from 10.0.
Now, there's going to be a 12-month rollout of Mac OS X. You can't do these things overnight. It's going to be a 12-month rollout. So we are announcing it today, January 2000. Our developers have already had a few betas of the software. They're going to get another pre-release of the software at the end of this month. The final beta will go out to developers this spring. Mac OS X will be on sale as a software product starting this summer, and we will be preloading it on all machines a year from now.
We're on track to ship a public beta of Mac OS X in September, I think the very early part of September. And we are on track to release Mac OS X very early in 2001, and it's looking great. So let's get to schedule. When can I buy Mac OS X? You will be able to buy Mac OS X at your favorite channel partner on Saturday, March 24th, in store. We're going to be shipping. We are taking the last several weeks to make sure this thing is absolutely solid. We're feeling very, very good about it right now. Saturday, March 24th.
Now, what about the future? We're at 2 gigahertz today. IBM and Apple are today announcing that within 12 months, we'll be at 3 gigahertz. 3 gigahertz processor clock, that's up 50% within 12 months. And so, believe me, this architecture has legs. So these are the new Power Macs. Now, I want to talk about 2.5 gigahertz because I stood up here a year ago and said we'd have 3 gigahertz within a year. What happened? What happened was the G5, as you know, is a very complex chip. And in the semiconductor industry, to make things run faster, they've traditionally shrank the geometries. And so the PowerPC was being made in 130 nanometer geometries. And in the last year, the semiconductor industry has gone from 130 nanometer to 90 nanometer, expecting everything would just get faster. No problem. It hit the wall. The whole industry hit the wall at 90 nanometer. And it's been a lot harder than people thought. What we might have done, and I think what everybody else will do, we could have taken our iMac and taken a hacksaw to it, chopped off the back. So we're going to put a flat display on the front. Who needs the back? There it is. The new iMac, ladies and gentlemen. But there are some problems with this. There are some fatal flaws in this approach. With the flat screen in the front, you notice it's not very flat anymore, is it? Because we've glommed the back on with all the rest of the stuff. There's nothing flat about this computer. But the other problems go deeper. We have to put the logic board parallel to the display in back of it, which means the connectors come out on the side, making the worst kind of cable mess right in front of your eyes. And even worse, we have to turn the drives on the side. And in particular with the optical drives, they can't run at full speed on the side. We have to slow them way down. The performance goes way down when you turn them on their sides. And you could never fit a super drive in here. So this approach is far less than great, and we rejected it. It's a fantastic computer. I think it's the ultimate desktop architecture, because when you have these large flat displays, what better place to put the computer than right behind the display? You can put the optical drive, the hard drive, the power supply there too, and make a beautiful compact package with the whole computer in it, and then float it on a beautiful, elegant stand. These products are wrong. We think that video may be the wrong direction to go, and to kind of capture how we feel about our competitors making these products and putting all this engineering into these products with video, I reminded of this.
You said their headpiece only had markings on one side. You absolutely sure? Belloc staff is too long. They're digging in the wrong place.
So that's how we see this. We think video is the wrong place. But what about the white iPod? What about the white iPod? It's been a huge success for us, and therefore it's time to replace it. Today we are announcing the new white iPod as we head into the holiday season, and it's a stunner. The new white iPod. And yes, it does video. Now,